Welcome back, friends. In this video, I will show you how to set up your project. A quick note before we start. This series we will be targeting Android platform, which means the final game file will be an APK file, and I will be using a Mac for the explanation. But most of the configuration is similar across all the platforms, so Windows or the Linux user should be able to follow along. So let's start with discussing Cocos2dx. Well, as per their official website, it says Cocos2dx is open source cross-platform game development framework that supports 2D and 3D game creation. Yes, you can also make 3D games with Cocos2dx. Now pay important attention to the word cross-platform. What it means here is the core gameplay code of the project is present in one location, meaning you only have to touch platform specific code which might be handled differently across different platforms. So let us understand this thing with an example. So, so this game, Hill Climb Racing. So in this game, you have to reach the destination before the time runs out, or if your gas meter, this thing runs out, or if your vehicle flips, or if your gas runs out, or if you're not able to reach the destination on time, then it's game over. So that is the core gameplay. And now see these two buttons, this brake button and this gas button. So if you are playing this game on an Android device, you will use your finger or the touch to activate these two buttons, this gas or brake. If you tap on the gas button, it will propel your vehicle forward, and if you tap on the brake button, that will bring the vehicle to a halt. And if you are playing the same game on a PC, then you will be using a keyboard or a mouse to do the same thing, just differently. So this is where the cross-platform shines. So you see the main game logic, like this timer running out, this gas meter being empty, and higher reward when collecting more coins. So these part is common for both Android and for the PC. It's just the input part which is very platform specific, like we use touch for Android and keyboard and mouse for a PC. So only this part we will have to like implement separately, and the main gameplay logic will be in one location. So now you can see the benefit of using cross platform. Okay, so we will download the game engine. So if you go to their official website, you can see all the versions that is there. So currently this version 4.0, this is the latest version of Cocos2dx. However, for our project, we will be using version 3.17. If you read the description here, it clearly says if you want metal support on your iOS or Mac, then you should use this version. If not, you can still use version 3.x. So basically, this version 4.0 and version 3.17, they both are the same. Only the metal support is extra in this version 4.0. But anyway, we are targeting Android platform, so that doesn't matter to us, and we will continue to use version 3.17. Okay, so head over to this download section and then click on the download button, and your download should start in a while. Once downloaded, then extract the zip folder and keep it somewhere in the drive. I like to keep mine in application folder, but that doesn't matter. You can keep your files anywhere you want. Uh, Before we start with the actual thing, there are few things which we must take care before we start. So Cocos2dx has few dependency which we have to take care of. So one such dependency is Python 2.7. So Cocos uses Python 2.7 for setting up your project for the first time, and it is important that you use Python 2.7 earlier version. This Python 3 is not supported by Cocos2dx 3.17. I'm not sure about version 4.0, but for 3.17, version 3 of Python is not supported, so we have to use Python 2.7 for our project. If you are a Mac user, then you don't have to do anything, as Mac comes pre-installed with Python 2.7. So Mac users don't have to do anything. And for Windows users, you will have to explicitly download Python 2.7. So it's no big deal. Just head over to the official website of Python, go to their download section, and download this Windows x86 MSI installer. Once downloaded, it's pretty straightforward. Like you run the installer and just click on next, 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 and it will take care of all the things for you. Second dependency is we need to have Java JDK 8 installed on our system. Again, we have to explicitly use Java 8 for our project, since Cocos2dx does not support the other higher version of Java. So we have to use JDK 8 for our project. Again, go to this Oracle official website where you can download JDK 8. Then choose your appropriate version, Mac or the Windows or the Linux installer for you. Download the installer, and then again it's very straightforward process. Run the installer, click on next, let the install location be default, and we are good to go. The third dependency is NDK. We need Android NDK R14B. It's very important to use R14B. The latest one is Android NDK 21, but Cocos does not support that. So we have to use NDK R14B. I will share the link where you can download the older version of NDK, since on the official website of Android you might not find this link to download Android NDK 14. And the final thing is IDE. We will be using Android Studio to develop our project, to code our project. So this is the IDE which we will be using. So again, head over to Google and then uh, search for download Android Studio, and this should bring you to this very same page. And here choose the appropriate installer for your machine, Windows or a Mac, and click on download and run the installer. It's very straightforward process. One more thing. This Android NDK will come as a zip file. Again, you have to extract the zip file and put it somewhere on the hard drive. Doesn't matter where you keep it, but you must know where you have kept your files. But it's better to be organized. So, like for my case, I like to keep all my development in one particular development folder inside this application drive, application folder. So here I have kept my Android NDK R14B. This is the Cocos2dx 3.17, which I downloaded from the official Cocos2dx website. So now if you open the Cocos2dx folder, here you can see a bunch of files here. So this is the main game engine file where like all the Cocos2dx library is present. So we have to run this setup.py command to initialize Cocos on our machine. So how we do it is we open our terminal and we cd to the project location where we have extracted and kept this Cocos2dx folder. So I will cd and go to this folder location. Then you can type pwd to get the current working directory. So as you can see, I'm inside this folder, and then you can type ls command to see all the files which are present inside the folder. So which you can see same files are listed here. So we are in the current directory. For Windows user, the process is pretty much similar. Instead of terminal, you call it cmd or the command prompt, and there the process is again the same. You cd to the location where you have extracted and kept the Cocos2dx files, and then once inside the Cocos2dx folder, you run this command /setup.py to initialize your Cocos2dx on your system. However, if you are a Windows user, the syntax is a bit different. It is Python setup.py. So it's the syntax which is different, but internally they both are doing the same thing. So since I'm on a Mac, I will choose this /setup.py and then press enter. Once you press enter, it will ask you for a few things like where is the location of your Android SDK, and what is the location of your Android NDK. So that you can check by this. I told you to download Android Studio. So open up your Android Studio. Give it some time. Okay. Okay, once this Android Studio launches, click on this configure button on the lower right hand side of the dialog box. Click on the configure button, then you can see this SDK Manager. Click on the SDK Manager, then head over to Android SDK. Here you can see the location of your Android SDK. So this is the location of your Android SDK on your hard drive where Android Studio have installed it. And if you head over to Android SDK tools, it will by default install the latest version of the NDK, but we are not using the latest version of the NDK, so we will configure it manually. So just copy this location, close it, and then paste it in your terminal when it is asking you to enter the SDK location. Similarly, for the NDK, this is the location of Android NDK R14B. I will repeat that again. For Cocos2dx, we have to specifically use Android NDK R14B. So we will get the location or the path location of Android NDK and then just copy this location and paste it when asking for this thing, setting up your Cocos2dx project. So now this Cocos2dx configuration part is done, and now we will start with creating a new game project. So in this tutorial series, I will be teaching you guys how to make a Minesweeper game. I think you must have heard of this game. It's very popular, and earlier days it used to come pre-installed along with the Windows. Not sure whether they do it or not now, but like earlier it used to come along with the default Windows installation. So we will be creating a new game project. So we will do that by typing Cocos new and the name of the project. So our project is Minesweeper, so I will name it as Minesweeper, and then the company format name, so -p com dot name of your company. So I will just put my name for now, but you can put anything you want. Dot name of your game. Since the name of your game, our game is Minesweeper, I will type as Minesweeper. -l. -l stand for the language. So Cocos2dx uses C++ for the language. So I will type -l CPP. Then -d. -d is for the directory where you will keep your project file. So I will keep it inside my documents folder. So I will type user documents Minesweeper, and then press enter. So guys, our project files are created inside the documents folder, which according to the command should be here. So this is the project location where all the files will be pasted by Cocos2dx. So inside this folder we can see multiple folders here. So I will explain. This Cocos 2D folder, this is where all the framework code is present inside this folder. So we won't be touching this folder. And then we have multiple folder for platform specific things like this project.android. If you want to implement something specifically to Android only, then this is the folder where we must do it. Then similarly for Windows, if you want to implement Windows only feature, then this is the folder where you must code Windows specific feature. Then we have this resources folder. So what this folder will do is like so all the game art asset or the sound. So all the game art asset and the sound files which you will use in your game. So that file should be present inside this resources folder. Then we have a bin folder. So bin folder is where the generated APK file or the IPA file for iOS or the exe file. So this is the folder where we will get the generated executable files, APK or the exe, depending on which platform we are targeting. So this CMake, this I will explain in the later videos, like why we have this file. Then now pay attention to this classes folder. So this classes folder will contain all the core gameplay code. So and this and whatever code is there inside this classes folder will be shared across all the platforms. So as I mentioned, we have separate folder for this Android, Windows, or the iOS. So but this classes folder, whatever code is inside this classes folder will be shared across all the platforms. So all the common functionality part will go inside this folder. Now what all these individual files do, I will explain it in the later videos. Okay, so before going any further, let's configure our project to be used inside Android Studio. So before we can code our project in Android Studio, there is one more small step that we must do. So we must cd to project.android. We must go inside. We must cd to this project, this particular folder to configure our project to be used inside Android Studio, and we do that by typing in this command: Cocos compile -b Android dash dash Android dash Studio. So what this command will do is like this will prepare your project to be used in Android Studio. So I will run this command, and this will take a bit of time. So I already did it, but it usually takes a bit of time, maybe up to 10 minutes. But since I have done it already, so it didn't took long. So now what we will do is like we will open our Android Studio. Give it some time. And now we will click on this open an existing Android Studio project. Click on that and head over to your project location, Minesweeper. Click on project.android and click on open. And it should open in your Android Studio in a while. Yeah, it is opening. So this configuration part, it will configure your project, and again it will take a bit of time to set up your Android Studio and set up your project in Android Studio. So give it some time and it should be done. this is it, guys. So we have successfully configured our project to use with the Android IDE and the necessary configuration stuff. So in the next video we'll start with the explaining this classes folder and how to proceed from here. Okay, see you guys in the next video.